Your body collapses into bed, but your brain fires up like an inbox, unanswered emails. That awkward conversation replaying, the cortisol surge that should be winding down spikes instead, your adrenal glands misfiring like a faulty alarm system. This isn't insomnia. This is your nervous system screaming in code. While you scroll through dopamine hits, your hypothalamus keeps logging threats. Japan, a centuries old solution, not suppression, but system reset. Here is what your blood work 1T show by 9 p.m. Your cortisol curve should mirror the sunset. But modern life hijacked your endocrine rhythms. Blue light mimics noon sun, late meals, trickle glucose. Notifications trigger mini fight or flight responses. Your cells still remember their original programming though. The fix isn't another supplement, but rewriting your evening algorithm. Start with this single interrupt. When dusk falls, switch every light below eye level to amber. This simple cue tells your pineal gland daylight fading in the language of photons. Tomorrow, we decode why your 3 p.m. crash is an T-normal fatigue. It is mitochondrial distress signals. But tonight, just try the light shift. Your circadian rhythm is waiting for that one correct input to reboot. Did you notice your shoulders drop when you read that? That is your body recognizing truth. Your shoulders just dropped again, didn't they? That is your nervous system whispering, we could do this differently. But here is the betrayal. You crawl into bed exhausted, yet your mind races like a hamster wheel. The clock ticks, your cortisol laughs. This isn't insomnia. This is your body screaming, you never gave me the shutdown sequence. In Kyoto, evenings aren't left to chance. They're engineered like a lab protocol, every step lowering cortisol, not through pills, but physics. Digestion is metabolic labor, eat late, and your gut becomes a graveyard shift factory. Core temp elevated, enzymes grinding, mitochondria overtime. Your pillow, just another workstation. But pause here, run your tongue over your teeth, feel that faint film. That is the biofilm of unprocessed dinner, still fermenting at midnight. Your liver's logging overtime, pay. The Japanese hack isn't mystical, it is thermoregulation. Eat by 6 p.m. and by 9 p.m. your core temp plunges like a diver into cool water. That drop isn't T passive, it is an active signal firing up the pineal gland, melatonin, deploy. Hot baths even smarter, the rise and fall of your core temperature post. Soak mimics the natural sunset rhythm your genes expect, not relaxation, thermal deception. You are hacking your hypothalamus. Tonight, experiment, no willpower needed. 1. Set an alarm for 90 minutes before bed. When it rings, eat nothing, not even almonds. 2. Shower at 105 degrees Fahrenheit for 11 minutes. Timed step out shivering. That is the magic. Your turn tomorrow. Press 2 fingers to your neck at 3 a.m. If your pulse is quieter than tonight, you've just decoded your body's shutdown sequence. The bathwater's still warm. Your cells are listening. Your skin still tingles from that warm bath. Yet your brain stubbornly flickers like a faulty streetlight. This isn't insomnia. It is your hypothalamus screaming through layers of artificial light pollution. Japanese sleep studies reveal a cruel irony. Your shower timing is perfect, but your light exposure resets the clock. That cortisol spike you feel at 11 p.m. It is identical to dawn patrol in your prefrontal cortex. Your screens emit more blue light than a summer sky. No wonder your pineal gland hesitates to release melatonin. Here is the biological betrayal. Every 100 lux of evening light delays melatonin onset by 30 minutes. Your phone at bedtime, a 500 lux dawn simulator. But tonight, try this rebellion at 8 p.m. Kill overhead lights, use table lamps below eye level. The warm 2700 K-glow mimics sunset. On devices, enable warm light, filters 2 hours before bed. Not just night shift, manually drag color temperature to maximum warmth. Candles aren't tea decor, their 1800K flicker triggers ancestral sleep cues no lead can replicate. Watch for this tomorrow when you check your pulse at 3 a.m. Notice if it is slower than tonight. That is your carotid artery confirming the dimmer switch worked. The cliffhanger is ends T on Netflix. It is in your retinal ganglion cells waiting for darkness. Break the cycle tonight. After reading this, turn one screen off 60 minutes early, just one. Your circadian rhythm will detect the difference like a drop stitch in a knit sweater. Your phone buzzes, another dopamine, hit disguised as urgency. That meme, that news alert, that DM your adrenal glands don't discriminate. They flood your system with cortisol as if each ping were a predator in the dark. But here is the biological truth. Your nervous system evolved to handle acute stress, not this endless drip of digital anxiety. When you scroll past midnight, you're essentially keeping your body in a low-grade fight or flight mode. The blue light, that is just the tip of the iceberg. It is the emotional whiplash of content, the outrage, the FOMO, the comparison. That keeps your HPA axis locked in overdrive. Yet your body remembers how to reset. Power down all screens 90 minutes before bed. Yes, even the just one quick email. Lie, you tell yourself. Replace it with tactile activities that signal safety to your limbic system, folding laundry, sketching with pen and paper, reorganizing a shelf. These aren't just chores, they're neural downshifts. Within 3 nights, you'll notice sleep comes less like a crash and more like a tide. Now, about that bath, the Japanese don't tea, just soak, they prescribe immersion. 40 degrees Celsius for 12 minutes. Set a timer. This is tea a lazy luxury. It is precision therapy. The heat dilates blood vessels, shunting blood flow from your frantic prefrontal cortex to your skin and extremities. This isn't just relaxation. It is a vascular reset that mimics the physiological sigh of true safety. No podcasts, no scrolling. Just watch how your breath starts sinking with the water's subtle movement. Tonight, try this after dinner. Walk for 7 minutes in any direction, then turn back. Not for steps, not for cardio walk. Like you're a biologist, observing the transition from day to night. Notice how the fading light triggers peripheral rod cells in your eyes, which whisper to your suprachiasmatic nucleus, prepare the melatonin. Your turn, which one feels most impossible? The 90-minute screen fast or the purposeless walk? Start with the harder one. The resistance is the map that post-dinner stroll does something quietly revolutionary. Your gut isn't just processing food, it is listening. The rhythmic sway of walking stimulates the migrating motor complex, those undulating muscle waves that sweep dinner remnants through your intestines. No more 2 a.m. bloating that makes you press a fist into your abdomen like a failed exorcism. But here is what nobody mentions. Cortisol doesn't just spike from stress, it lingers in your joints. The Japanese practice of uragi, gentle swaying during evening walks, literally shakes it loose. Cool air on your face triggers the trigeminal nerve, signaling your adrenal glands to stand down. 10 minutes is all it takes for cortisol to drop 12%, measured in saliva samples from Kyoto University studies. You'll notice something peculiar around minute 7. Your breathing syncs with your footsteps. This isn't fitness, it is neural alchemy, converting the day's mental clutter into proprioceptive calm. No headphones, no power walking. Just the sound of your own heels meeting pavement, like a metronome for your nervous system. Tonight's experiment, walk until your thoughts slow to the pace of your shadow moving across the ground. When you catch yourself mentally replaying that work email, that is the cortisol leaving. Keep going.